Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We have been talking about understanding marginalization. In the previous chapter, we talked about Muslims and marginalization, means marginalization of Muslims. So we talked about how Muslims are marginalized in India. We talked about different factors that lead to the marginalization of Muslims in India. So when we are talking about marginalizations of Muslims in India, so we cannot forget to talk about Sachar Committee. So let's talk about this committee, Sachar Committee. Sachar Committee was constituted by Government of India in 2005. It was constituted, set up in the year 2005 under the chairmanship of Justice Rajendra Sachar, and the committee got its name as Sachar Committee after the name of the Justice Rajendra Sachar. Justice Rajendra Sachar was the ex or former Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. And the purpose of this committee, of this Sachar Committee, was to look into, to examine the socio-economic and political status of Muslims in India. And when this committee submitted its report in 2006, it revealed shocking figures and astonishing facts about the Muslim community. Let's talk about what the report says. So, the report that was submitted by the Sachar Committee in 2006, so it revealed certain shocking facts about the Muslim community. For example, according to this report that was brought about by the Sachar Committee, in various socio-economic and political indicators, the development indicators, Muslim community is doing worse than scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Because this committee was formed to examine and to look into the socio-economic and political status of the Muslim community in India, because it was believed that Muslims were lagging behind as far as the development indicators are concerned. So, for example, 25% of Muslim children between 6 to 14 have either have not enrolled or have dropped out. So, which is lower than the other socio-religious community of India. So this is lower than any community existing in India. I mean, a socio-religious community existing in India. And apart from this, if we talk about the average schooling of Muslim children for the age group 7 to 16, so it is lower than, so let me write it here so that it's visible to you properly. So as far as the average schooling of children, Muslim children for age group 7 to 16, so it is lower than that of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So the report of the Sachar Committee is very important because the committee was first of its kind to highlight the marginalization of the Muslims, to highlight how backward Muslims are, as far as these socio-economic and political indicators are concerned, or development indicators are concerned. So talking further, moving forward, there is one more dimension to the marginalization of Muslims in India. As you can see, Muslim customs and practices. Like other minorities in India, Muslim customs and practices are distinct from what is seen as mainstream in India. For example, Muslim women, not all but many Muslim women wear burqa. Muslim men wear, they grow or sport a long beard and Muslim men wear a skull cap, or what you call fez, F-E-Z, skull cap. So, and these actually become the ways to identify all Muslims. So whenever we talk of Muslims, so we actually identify, so what comes to our mind, that a person growing beard or sporting a long beard or wearing a skull cap, or Muslim woman wearing burqa, and these become the ways to identify all Muslims. And for some people they feel that Muslims are not like rest of us. They feel these Muslims the other, and this becomes the excuse for many miscreants to target them, to discriminate against them, to actually suppress them, and to at times and to unleash violence against the Muslims in India. And sometimes, in some cases, the violence against, the discrimination against the Muslims lead to what we call the ghettoization. Ghettoization. As you can see, on the screen, I have displayed there. So ghettoization refers to a phenomena of isolating members of a particular community in a separate place. The ghettos or the headquarters, or the quarters, or the places where the members of one particular community are restricted. For example, it's not difficult to find in India. It's not difficult to find Muslim ghettos almost in every city, or the Dalit ghettos in the rural areas. So here we are talking about the Muslim community, so we'll confine ourselves to the Muslim community, their marginalization. So ghettoization, as I said, that it's the phenomena of separating or isolating members of a particular community in a separate place, and these ghettos are actually these ghettos are the places in the city where the members of the particular community reside. But let me tell you that there were some cities where actually which were home to particular communities. For example, Aligarh, or we can talk of Lucknow. But this does not amount to ghettoization. When we say ghettoization, ghettoization carries with it the sense of alienation. It carries with it the sense of alienation and separation, as if the ghettoed community is not the part of the society. So this was the last topic of our chapter, the ghettoization. So I can give you some examples. This is of the ghettos that are found in India. As I said, that Muslim ghettos we can find almost in every state of India. For example, let me give you an example of the Mumra, M-U-M-B-R-A, Mumra, is a place at the outskirts of Mumbai. So here, after 1992-93 Mumbai riots, or Bombay riots we can say, Bombay riots, thousands of Muslim families fled the Mumbai and they moved into the Mumra. And the population, if we see the population of Mumra today, so before 1992, the population of this place was 45,000 only, and it increased. Before 1992, the population of Mumra was 45,000 only, and it increased to 900,000 as per census 2011 in 2011. So this is how many families actually fled Bombay in the aftermath of the riots 1992 and 1993 Bombay riots. So many people, thousands of families, they left Bombay and moved into this place, what we call Mumra. And we have number of, you can Google or research on it there about other ghettos, Muslim ghettos in India. So let me tell you about one more ghetto that's found in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, what we call Juhapura. Juhapura is another place, Muslim dominated place, where half of the Ahmedabad, where half of the Ahmedabad Muslim population lives. Juhapur, as you might have heard about the Gujarat riots. So students, we are done with the chapter that is understanding marginalization. In the end, I would like to tell you that in this chapter we talked about two marginalized communities, and these are Adivasis and Muslims. And these are not the only marginalized communities in India. There are other marginalized communities like Dalits or women and so on and so forth. The experience of these marginalized groups point out to the fact that the marginalization is a complex phenomena that requires actually a variety of strategies, the measures, and the initiatives to resolve the issue of the marginalization in India. So all of us have a stake in protecting the diversity of India and promoting justice and equality in the Indian society. So government of India must also devise policies and take certain measures and initiatives to do away with this marginalization, to confront or to actually remove the discrimination that's happening with these marginalized groups in India. So with this, we are done with this chapter. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.